go fantastically well. Mm, mm, mm. All right. So we're gonna do a reading, of course, right? So last night I did a very, very short um dirty double, which is fine. But I'm gonna try to use the other side of these red flag cards. Things that are a positive. Things that would symbol it's a go. Right. So for I'm not gonna say the energies we tapped into last night were not in alignment, because I'm not getting that. You know, alignment doesn't always mean that you and whomever are going to gel. Sometimes the alignment is you understanding that you don't gel. You know, that's okay. No point in forcing things. You know, like, it's interesting. Anyway, here, while I shuffle, let the golden shower of abundance rain down upon you in this beautiful Zen Buddha-like state as we all reach and strive for nirvana, knowing that everything we want, we need is right around us, floating, ever present, waiting to be asked for by the universe. You know, if you ask, you shall receive. So ask, what do you need? What do you want? Make sure they align. Let that be your intention. All right, Divine Masculine, for those in a high vibration who are currently courting someone whom they may feel is their true divine counterpart. The blessing, not the lesson. If you don't like that, there is something wrong with you. I'm just saying. That's my personal opinion. Because who doesn't like a snow globe? Especially one with gold flakes and a Buddha. Like, what? Wow. I cut the deck and I saw the devil and the ace of swords. So, this is last night's energy, right? So let me clear all that off of there. I feel like I'm gonna be adding to my block list today. Whew. People try to be unnecessarily antagonistic. Anyway, for divine feminines who are currently courting someone whom they truly believe is their true counterpart, let's look at this. Now, I've reversed the decks. Masculine, feminine, just so you're clear, okay? Alright, that feels good, actually. Alright, divine masculine. Ooh, Knight of Cups. Knight of Water. Ooh, okay. Look, Ace of Pentacles. The Lovers. Very appropriate, thank you. Four of Pentacles. Wow. I'm going to take them, although it's a lot. Eight of Pentacles. Four of Swords. The Wheel, which flashed me. Look. Ace of Fire. There's the Emperor. Now, I'm going to keep them like that because it gave me bonus cards, and that's just how it's going to fly. And we have Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So this is fresh. Whatever this is, whatever connection this is for this masculine energy, it's new. And this feminine energy, as far as I can tell so far, is not the only person that they're dating or seeing or entertaining at the moment. But that's okay, because it's very new. Like, it's brand new. Brand new. New, 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 new for you. Right. Okay. Divine Feminines. Ooh. Hold on. Let me move those. I feel like I gotta. It's so funny. Some mornings it feels like I have so much space. Nine of Pentacles. So this Divine Feminine is completely single. Even though she's might be seeing this masculine energy and it's very new, she deems herself single. Let's just make sure that's very clear. Seven of Cups, they know what they want. They're not confused about anything. Hermit, they're willing to wait and go it alone until they can. Single as a Pringle. All right, what else we got? We got Three of Cups. So dating's fun, getting together is fun. What else we got for Divine Feminine? We got Justice right in the middle, front and center. So balance is so important. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Queen of Pentacles. Wow, very well aware of who and what they are. The Fool here. Ooh, okay, what else we got? There's the Ace of Wands. We have the Ace of Wands. Both in the bottom row, not quite in the same position. Okay. And the Five of Swords. Now that's interesting. Knight of Swords is on the bottom of the deck. Now, immediately what I'm getting is that this Divine Feminine is not even trying to entertain that this could be the masculine, right? They're not. Like, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, if you will. And so balance, balance, balance. The irony of what I'm looking at right now is that this feminine is just looking for some fun. Like, literally, I almost feel like they have walked away, in essence, or blew out the candle on the whole twin flame thing. Not even joking. And so now, vibrating in this junior empress energy, but have moved forward looking for a marital situation. Just looking at the Queen of Pentacles here. And so that's pretty funny, because it's like the moment you stop searching, if you will, Divine Feminine, for your masculine, they arrive. But because you've had so many, I want to say, false starts, right? Because the Fool's here, right? And so it's not even part of your thinking. But whomever this divine masculine is, it oh man, it's the smallest snippet. Now I love referring to this journey as the yin and yang, because one has a spark, the seed of the other within it. And so even if those things are not in perfect harmony and balance, they are still able to live and move forward, in a sense, in a state of wholeness, right? This feminine will recognize that small slither of herself in this person. And I mean small. It's just that little, see the hair, the strand, it's just some small thing that lets them know. Anyway, I shuffle and courtships out. Right on the bottom of the deck. Let me just see. 1, 2, 3. So 444, angel number 444 is out here. 111 also is out here. Excuse me. I have 99. So with the 99, I'm immediately getting the solo leg of life is coming to a wrap for this feminine energy, because the 99 shows up on her side. And for the masculine, what I'm getting, it's like fitting the description. It's almost like putting the feminine energy through unnecessary trials to make sure that they are exactly who they're supposed to be, if you will, energetically speaking. But they're dealing with multiple people. I really feel like this Emperor, this masculine energy, is I'm not gonna say newer, but finally awoken on a deeper level, understanding the things that needed to be healed, the karmic a balance that needed to be paid off, if you will. I feel like it was blindingly obvious. I just got with the double sun sign energy of Capricorn and Virgo, of what needed to be focused and harnessed, and effort needed to be put into in areas of their lives. Like it's something like that. But this is very new. And what I'm getting, it's like this feminine is, I really do feel like actively dating. It's just the image here. You have the feminine energy in the middle with the two options on either side. But here you have her suppressing any sort of true masculine connection. No matter how it may look, she's celibate, is what I'm getting. Just mainly enjoying the attention. That's just what I'm getting. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Sending it right back. Why do things appear complicated for this masculine energy? Thank you, Holy Spirit. Concern. What are they concerned about? Hold on. Unexpected income is on the bottom of the deck. So more like what could come of this. Again, they themselves might have had to deal with a false twin themselves. You know what I mean? Reflecting, creeping. Again, feminine energy. I don't see the stalkery energy at all, right? But you're being observed. And maybe it's because you're dating, but this is right. You're supposed to be. You're supposed to be entertaining and experiencing life. Nothing anywhere says you need to be held up in the house, confused about where your love is. No, you're supposed to, be this bold, confident energy, practical and grounded. Why not? This is right. What you're doing currently is right. Oh, I just saw 88. Okay. Yes, it is right. It is just, it is fair. And whomever this masculine is, no matter how new it is or whatever, if they're watching from afar, it doesn't really matter. This sort of icy stance, making sure things are real. It's just the way she's pinching herself in the Queen of Pentacles. Before you move and do something reckless and foolish, you know, on some spontaneous passion shit because somebody's trying to entice you to come out and play. No, 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 no. You're doing everything correctly over here. I feel like this is drawing them in, but I also feel as though this masculine is used to having women or men, however it goes, really pursue them, like act really, really thirsty. And that's not what's happening. Usually their charms, right? This whole little, let me put them through this array of tests or whatever works. But this feminine energy, she works, like focused on whatever, creating, manifesting, whatever the Eight of Pentacles is for you all. Your lives are different, right? There's almost a realization here with the concern here and reflecting that this is actually who, energetically speaking, that they prayed for, that they wished upon that star for. That this person actually is a mirror image of them. And so they're both operating the same. It's just that this feminine energy has a hell of a lot more emotional control. Showing up with Libra front and center. Balance. Balance. You got the sword here. The mind is clear. The scales start at the heart line. Balance. Head, heart, balance. It's different. That's all. Give me one for the Four of Pentacles. Look at this shit. I told you. I told you, girl, fight, extra trigger. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for confirming what I was picking up on that card. No, they really are used to these sort of antics working. You know, they're used to women pursuing them, like fighting over them. This is shitty, actually. It's kind of nasty and low vibrational. And I do feel like this is in some way, shape, or form, because it's like the feminine energy will not be moved, right? Just strong, strong, strong. Just like what? And it's like, no matter what you've gone through, and I do feel like it's quite a bit, you're strong. You're vulnerable, you're authentic, and you will not be a part of any sort of girl fight. You will not be a part of a masculine attempting to trigger you in any way, shape, or form. It's almost like you ask, like, does this work for you? Does this work for you? Um, so I'm kind of, it's weird because I feel different energy tiers. So I feel like there's a group where there's history, where you gave them a taste of their own medicine, if you will. And then there's another tier of energy where this situation, this connection is new, but there's this strange mirroring of, and so it's reminiscent of experiences of the past. Yeah, those are the two waves I'm feeling. Now, for those of you where you just met someone and things are all fun and it's nice, and it's like, again, I just really feel like the feminine energy has kind of dismissed that, literally, look, dismiss the twin flame, like literally put it in the back of their mind, because you see the twins back there and you see the flame, like literally. And so now is, moving on into a different direction, right? Cautious, armed with this newfound energy, if you will, with a new blueprint, a new plan. And this is when this feminine fucks around and actually comes into union with their person. It's like, I don't care about this shit no more. I could give a fuck about a twin or this or that. That's exactly when this is happening. That's the funny part. Like, you literally had to just be like, nah, I don't really give a shit. I don't. I'm my own twin. That's the feminine. It's because you've been going through the awakening process longer. The feminine energy within all of us wakes up first. I don't care what your housing is, what you look like on the outside. And a lot of times when the masculine principle wakes up within us, right, it can present very masculine. Very, very masculine. And then I find as you go into a true state of harmony and balance, it becomes much more androgynistic. It's not a sexual orientation, it's just the energies balance out. And so there's no extremes in either direction. I call it the trucker hat phase. When the masculine wakes up, all of a sudden you be on your boy. You just be like, what? Like, it's just different. It's just different. That was my experience anyway. Anyway, moving on. Right. You just out here. See, this is what I find delightful about this, because with Justice sitting here, I feel like in that little egg, that little present, this is what they have hatched up. Some of you just got like a palm stone. I almost feel like it's a quartz crystal palm stone, very smooth. It was a present. Someone gifted this to you. They gave it to you, and there's a little triangular. There's one here, but there's a little triangular shape um key on that palm stone. You'll know who you are by that. Like, if this hasn't happened, you'll know. Just like, oh, that's a sign in synchronicity. But yeah, there's a little quartz palm stone. And the reason why I'm very particular about it being quartz, because there are other ones that are man-made, right? And so there are no bubbles, there are no inclusions, there's nothing natural about them. This is natural because you'll see the inclusions. Once you actually spot that little pyramid on the palm stone, it's going to trigger something. I don't know. That's just what they telling me. Yes. Justice is like, I got you, baby. I got you. May not be the person to whom you originally da 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 da, but it doesn't really matter. You're out just, enjoying life. And this is when you run into someone who truly will appreciate your value and worth. Like, I see somebody trying to wife somebody rather quickly. And it's, I'm sexy as F, right? But demure. I'm, yeah. Let's look back at the masculine, since they're the one with the complicated situation. And for this is for the people who have history, right? Where your masculine really did put you in a third party situation. This person is now in a space where they are reflecting about them creeping around on you with a fake imitation. Tell me what they're working on. Eight of Pentacles. Look, they I feel like they're just confused that it didn't work. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking, because they expected their bullshit to work, and like, this masculine still doesn't feel like they're in, even though they show up like this, they still don't feel like they're fully cooked. Because for them to be confused about why things didn't work when they were entangled with other people, what are you, retarded? Like, I don't understand. How could you? So the warning, right, from the angels are over here with the masculine. 444 is over here. And so divine masculines, right? You're the ones who need to really pay attention to what it is your angels and your guides are trying to tell you right now. Because I feel like they'd be able to clear up your little confusion if you just paid half attention. But I feel like you're ignoring them because you're too busy watching your feminine, or both of these people that you're involved in. But I'm getting here that there's this sort of sense of urgency with the Knight of Water and the Knave of Water, that if you don't make this right and get up off your high horse, because look, the horse is high, right? And he's down. If you don't get up off your high horse and make amends, this beautiful Ace of Pentacles, this golden opportunity that was this gift from the divine, will be taken from you, and someone else will swoop in. That may be exactly what's coming to you. You should have recognized who your feminine was from the beginning. No matter what the exterior looked like, you should have realized that she was putting in work, or he was putting in work to develop themselves, that they were going through a period of healing and ascension. You should have been there energetically at a minimum to support your feminine. But that's not what you did. Because I'm that person. Let's look at Eight of Pentacles and confused. Mature man. So yeah, it is the masculine. They are confused. Because I really feel like this was a tried and true technique. But it works on karmic energies. And I say that because the mirror is here, the wheel. Right? It doesn't work on someone who is cut of the same cloth as you. So real did not recognize real here. I don't know if this masculine is in the middle of some sort of spiritual hiatus or retreat or something like that, or they're seeking spiritual counsel, they're studying something. I just see library sort of energy, that sort of light, or even a church or a rectory, something like that, like they're seeking higher counsel. Somebody literally could just be in church praying. But I also see someone, if there are photos, video, any of that, they're reflecting over it. You know, that Four of fucking Pentacles is just too much right now. I really just see like everything got exposed. You look, she got a grip on his pants. At first I was looking, I'm like, no, it's the person standing here holding a garment. But look how she's dressed. Could be a stripper, it doesn't have to be something like that. Like, one of these women is very classy. I'm just going off the attire. And then the other one, a little bit more risque. You know what I mean? A little bit more wild, a little bit more adventurous, something like that. But I feel like there was some sort of like double life sort of energy. Like, no one would have thought this masculine, like hoes and tricks and strippers and all of that, something like that. Again, with all this, I'm holy, I'm intelligent, all this bullshit sanctified energy. No one would have outright believed they like to be in places where they could just watch naked bitches. So they like strip clubs. Okay. I'm not judging. I'm not. But it's just when people are not authentic, when they're not honest, I will judge you for that. I really will. That's my line. Be your true self and I can accept you. Show me that you are two-faced. we're probably going to pick a face and just, do that whole face off thing. We're going to give you your true self and a proper label. But I don't feel like the fight was between these two women. I really don't. Because she looked like she's taken straight aback. Like, I never. Like, she got her hand on his shoulder. She's reaching for him. She's like, what? Like, look, just looking at this bitch. Like, I can't believe it. Like, she was appalled. This feminine energy was literally appalled by the other female. Like, not so far off of the same spectrum of life. It's like, you disgust me, to the masculine. How dare you? You disgust me. Something like that. That's the ones that have history. I'm not joking. Like, that's pretty intense. Like, that's pretty intense. The retrograde is almost over, right? Tomorrow, I believe. And so I do feel like this person is in this space of reflecting, possibly induced by the double retrogrades that have been taking place, Pluto and Mercury. And so there's a lot of things roaming, bubbling up to the surface. And again, there's this energy of the memento, the little spark, the little piece, that there's something. There's still some sort of connection. All right. Let's look at if there were any positives in this connection. Yo, they funny. Has the hottest friends. It's because they like strippers. Makes me think. Look, has a twin. Look at this shit. Masculine. The lover's card. Anything else? Famous musician. This person could very well be an artist, CEO. But art's come in many, Now that's funny. Gives billions to your favorite charity, loves the outdoors, makes you feel secure. One more. Owns a successful startup. Now look, isn't that funny? And then look what's on the bottom of this one. Your friends and enemies are jealous. Bottom of this one, right? Famous movie star. I feel like this is what this person wants. There's a clout chaser energy. Hottest friends. Who even thinks about shit like that? You can appreciate that your peer group is attractive, or whatever. But even for that to be a thing, I'd be like, my friends have the hottest souls. Like, oh my God, their souls are fucking beautiful. Like, that's high vibe. Not what? Being a CEO doesn't mean whatever it is successful. You could be a CEO on paper. It don't matter. It's just a title. And famous is a subjective term, right? Famous in your own right. You could be local famous. You could be national famous, state famous, international, globe. You know what I mean? Like, there's different tiers to this shit. So, mm, mm, mm-mm. It's so funny. I'm just looking at the masculine card down here, and it's like, look, you see the foots on it. Like, you would put your dirty ass feet on. Ew. So I don't know. I really do feel like the masculine is perceived as dirty. They think they dirty. It's just ill because of the person that popped up on them. Like, your feminine think you dirty. It's not supposed to be funny. I'm sorry, but I can't help it. This shit was funny. Like, made you think that nigga need a tetanus shot. Like, ew. And some penicillin. Like, and whatever else. Like, ew. Again, this is why she's not foolish. Why she doesn't rush in. Trust her intuition. Wow. Now, this person could actually have a literal twin, right? Could be could be male or female, fraternal twins. But I take it as more so in reference to the fact that we're doing this, and now this masculine is recognizing that they are actually on this crazy fucking journey. Has a twin. It's like, oh my God. So that's one of the only benefits that came out of this. Like, one of the few positives, like the recognition of this spiritual journey. Right. I feel like this they hot work friends and this they hot street friends. And it's like really, like this person got like groups and shit. But the way they filter them through is so superficial. It's so about what they can gain and like opportunistic behavior. La 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 la. All right. I I promise you I'm not bashing. I'm not. But I know somebody was thinking that. It's okay. I can't help it how it come out. The funny part is what I'm getting, um, for those who have history, and then I'm gonna stop with that part. It's like this person is dragging a feet, but it's like it doesn't have to be this intense. I feel like things could be moved along rather quickly, but because it requires eating crow, it's just taking longer. And the longer it takes, right? Because we start with immaturity. Let's just start with that. We got a grown ass man out here. The emperor is out here. The mature man's out here. But at the same time, this reading starts with the Knight of Water and the Knave of Water. So we have somebody who's pretty emotionally inexperienced. But the only thing they know is like they had a prize and now they don't. All because, you know, they acted impulsively on some passion and things ended because of that. They understand that. Doesn't make it easy. Now I feel like both these chicks have ganged up in some way, shape, or form on this master. I don't feel like he has either one. Give me one for the knight and the knave. Thank you. What I tell you? Kissing ass. What I tell you? Um. Wow. Okay. So let's pick these up real quick because, like I said, I was gonna stop pulling on that once, and I meant it. So we're just gonna pull for those where this is brand new and there really isn't a need to not be dating other people right now, if you understand what I'm saying. There's no need because it's too new. But there's an emperor who knows he's an emperor, and there's a feminine who knows she's an empress. Right. I don't necessarily think these are the people they were initially supposed to be with, but they're being redirected and paired by the universe. That's just what I'm getting. Yep. And so the smallest little strand of that, like, it's weird. Like, they doing stuff up in the ethers. Like, we got you. We got you. They gonna work it out. They working it out. It's a coming together of like minds. I'm looking at the vessel, the cup here between these two candles burning on opposite sides of it. Like, this is different. The lessons of the old are done, and now it's like you're being given somebody different. That's why I said the feminine's like, I'm out, I'm dating, I'm just having a little fun, you know. hmm But I do feel like this feminine is very much in her masculine energy. It's just the depiction, because this energy is shared between the two of them. And so somebody gonna have to drop down into that feminine energy to be more receptive. Um, right. But I feel like honestly the feminine energy here is just in that action oriented sort of mode right now, right? And so the what however you come to her, she coming back at you. And so this is why I really do like the Ace of Wands here in this bottom row for both sides, not to mention this Five of Swords here, because that's fun. In this deck in particular, it is not plot planning and strategizing. That is more like, come on, like let's go out, let's have a little fun, you know what I mean? Let your hair down, don't be such a stick in the mud. It's okay. Turn your brain off. You know what I mean? Like something like that. It's just different. hmm And so this is feeling more um realistic, because this feels more like a match. Has a twin, right? Makes you feel secure, right? That's that home feeling, right? Has the hottest friends, loves the great outdoors, right? Famous musician, they really could be. You CEO, look, see, own successful startup, has a steady business that's growing. You know what I mean? This person gives joy and pleasure vis-a-vis music to people, right? And so whether you're giving money to help people and improve their lives, it's very similar in a charitable sort of expression, if you will. um right now, these two, I'm like, okay. It could just be that, you know what I mean? Like, they pal around because they're a famous musician with a bunch of hot ass people, who knows, right? um but this is where the polarity feels like this person feels like indoors, outdoors. And if you just look at the images here, exactly. Like, this person's in the studio, right? They be at work, they be avoiding groupies, money moves, right? They keep their business to themselves. Like, I do. I feel like this person invests into the arts, into their arts. Yeah. This is more indoor energy. Although I do see, you know, outdoor traversing. Like, I feel like this person may even get their inspiration sitting outside in the night sky. Like, they get downloads of beats and shit and lyrics and things like that. They be listening to the birds and shit, and they be helping them like come up with again, music. Layers and layers of music. Like, this it feels like sound engineering in some way. But yes. Right. And it's so funny that the first card right here, it says makes you feel secure. The Seven of Cups in this deck is not about being confused and not knowing which way to go and not being able to make a clear decision. Actually, this person, this card in particular, it's just the opposite of that in this deck. Anywhere you go, you feel like you're home with that turtle energy. It's a very stable, very grounded. Yeah, something about gives billions to charity and the Justice, Three of Cups here, right? This, it's just the right thing to do. Like, this is a philanthropic energy. Queen of Pentacles definitely owns a successful startup. But there's just this spirit of adventure between the two of them. feminine energy, be mindful, right? It's different, right? This, I don't know if you're masculine as a robust, guy, gal, but they gonna fatten you up. Some of it could be a pregnancy, doesn't necessarily have to be. Welcome to the good life. Y'all gonna be eating good, good. He gonna be rubbing your belly like, baby, was that meal good? What you like it? You want anything? I'm not even joking. You gonna be like, don't be rubbing like that. You gonna get the gas to moving. Right. Let me see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I just feel this energy, like it's swift with the Ace of Wands here. Mm-hmm. Hold on. This masculine even have one of those moments, right? You could just look. I don't know what you do for work, right? But it's almost like, huh? See, it's the famous movie star, right? On the bottom. This is giving me set right here. And then look, under that, it's never going to give up on you or let you down, run around or desert you. Like this is interesting energy coming in. It's beautiful. This person, you're both very reliable. That's what I mean. Like you're going to be able to see that spark of like this person, y'all are the same. Morals, principles, like I don't feel like this was the person initially missioned to you, but they've stepped up to the plate. They stepped up to the vibration. Look, look. Gives the best hugs, right? Yeah, we gonna see how them hot friends feel when y'all get together. I don't know if this feminine, if you're thinking about getting into acting or modeling, or maybe even responding to a call. They have those open calls type thing. But there's just this sort of encounter where somebody's like, my God, who is that? Like, I'm not joking, just taken aback. Like, I don't, I'm just getting that. Like some sort of raw audition, just out of nowhere, just blows them out of the, oh, sorry, out of the water type energy. Musicians act too, and so I'm getting that. Like some of y'all might actually, where you haven't encountered this person yet, you might meet on a set. That's not for everybody. Some folks have no interest in acting or model or anything like that. So if you know that ain't you, just whoo, let it miss you. Yeah, I feel like somebody's going to tell you about something. This is a conspiracy by the universe. Look, romantic love affair. Now, again, I really feel strongly that the feminine is just on some, I just want to have a little fun. And I don't mean low vibrational fun. I mean, it's been heavy. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. You are entitled to peace, rest, a little pleasure. You know what I mean? Like, that's life. You were given senses to feel and experience. And so this is a shift. Maybe it was the seasons, who knows, but coming out of this hermit energy back out into the spotlight with this Nine of Pentacles, re-emerging. I just feel like people was just waiting on the weather to clear up. You see, it's cold. Somebody like to show skin. That you can't show skin in the winter. It's not a good look. It makes people think you're crazy. Y'all seen them. Y'all done seen them girls out there with no goddamn stockings on in the middle of the winter. You be like, for the love of God, why? It makes me think of this story. I used to know this chick years back, and she told me the story about her grandma, and she was living with her when she was like the last couple of years of high school, and she she tried to go outside half dressed. She said her grandmama said, "Keep fucking around, your pussy gonna get sick. It's gonna catch a cold." And it made no sense to her, right, when she said it, because teenage mind, right? But she said, lo and behold, if she didn't come home with the sniffles, it was the funniest thing. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but you know, that old school wisdom, that old school knowledge. Put some goddamn clothes on. Listen, people share stuff with me, y'all, and I am just so privileged to be the recipient of these wonderful gems. Put some goddamn clothes on. So the weather has broke. Is long story short, weather broke. Time for some action. Sorry. I got my eyes on you. Oh, yeah. They're feeling each other. I'm telling you right now. Somebody might even be like, yo, you know that artist you like? That song you've been banging? Blah, 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 blah. They're going to be at this location. Come on, let's go. Something like that. Like, it feels pretty neat. All right, all right, all right. Let me focus. Let me focus. Let me focus. Let me focus. Because the Ace of Wands, give me one for both of them. Thank you. Just a unifying. Oh, what I'm liking, look at this, uninterested in bad habits, right? Toxicities, drug addictions. Like I said, there is a mirroring effect, right? And so this is interesting. Neither party is interested in anything in that sort of bottle rocket, quick fizz, bang, pop energy. Both parties have had their fair share of dogs. Female or male, it don't matter. People who got way too many issues, fair share of it, they don't want no parts. That's neat. Was not expecting that. But again, there's this recognition energy. I feel like it's because this feminine is the least groupie of groupie energy. Fan, maybe, sure, huh? But not like thirsty fan. Because when I was playing with the cards earlier, just kind of like shuffling them, groupie was on the bottom, and I'm like, no, nobody wants that. So I got, well, remember I was singing, I got my eyes on you. So I do feel like for those of you who you've already briefly encountered each other, they looking, they like, okay. Is it as good as it seems? Is it real? Right? Somebody's stuck. Like I do feel like somebody doesn't want to be, it's like in and out of another relationship. You know what I mean? Thinking they found the one, about to be always in and out. Like, right, it's something about that. Like, they think they found the one, but this person turns out to be some fucking gold digging groupie, some, person with all these toxic habits and, criminal mindedness and all this dumb. Like, nobody wants that. So instead of putting themselves in a position, I do feel like due diligence is happening here. So that's beautiful, actually. Taking one's time to get to know another person is beautiful. Now, what I'm saying, right, what I'm saying real quick, right, because they brought my attention back down to this bottom row across the board. Now, we have the Four of Swords here, right? We have the Five of Swords here. See, from one end to the other, right? In the middle, although out of order, we have a major, then we have the exact same card. So there is this sort of making sure the vision isn't obscure, you know what I mean? These are both cards of faith, the Fool and the Four of Swords. So it's like, yeah, both on that same shit. Somebody does not want to do the same thing again, like, so they're in this space of reflection. But there's something about the energies circulating where they're feeling quite lucky, the masculine. They like, things are in alignment, things are working, and so opportunities arises, but they don't want to get hurt. They don't want to lose another piece of themselves to just another random bed warmer. That I like for the masculine. That is beautiful. That is a lot of growth in the self-worth department, self-respect department. Good job. I had somebody talk about, I don't want my number to get past 97. I just looked at him. I was like, damn. And I'm not judging, but I know this person personally. And so different. And I just looked at him. I'm like, 97. I said, you got the 97 before you started thinking about how much of yourself that was out there in these streets, how much of yourself you had given away, how many times you had never called your energy back, and you done banged 97 fucking people. What is wrong with you? But that, that's just how I felt about it. It's different if you practice spiritual hygiene and you understand how to cleanse yourself and call back your energy. That's different. There are people who are literal sex healers and they heal with their sex. And so I can't judge how they go about that. That's not my business, but I could tell you they know how to cleanse their energies. So it's not about the number, it's about the spiritual hygiene. But I just think it was funny because it's like, wow, it took all of that before you finally felt depleted, before you started to realize you really didn't have too much of yourself, that you're so contaminated and mixed up with all of these people you done laid down with from the time you started fucking. Like, right. Wow. Well, at least you got there. I mean, what else can you say? Like, I'm proud that they got there, that it finally occurred to them that they had something of value themselves. But people with sex addictions, you just be like, I'm so glad I don't have that problem. Thank you, Lordy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because of all the issues one could have, I figure being able to focus is enough. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, a lot of energy. Right. But I couldn't imagine not being able to focus because all I was thinking about is sex. Like, that shit would be crazy. Pray for the peoples. Pray for them. Somebody is not trying to get stuck with another one of them. So that both people doing their due diligence. That is beautiful. They are growth in the collective. Growth. I'm so excited. I can't even tell you. Because my sincerest hope and wish for the collective is for us all to be happy. And I mean genuine, not my version, but your individual versions. But also, more importantly, spirit's version that you co-create together. Because if you're happy, that means the environment's good and people are doing good, and it kind of just matriculates out into everything else, It spreads. So, of course, I want to see the masses fucking happy. Yes. Yes. A win for you is a win for me. I work in spirit. Like, of course, it's not about gain. I gain spiritually when y'all win. It's so much more deeper than people realize. Like, I was outside this morning, sidebar, just for half a minute. You know what I mean? And I was sitting in the path of a toddler who has like, they like to walk the perimeter, you know, of like the tall ledges. We've all been there. We've all been tots. And so, you know, his mom saw me sitting there and they were just going to forego it. And I looked up, I said, hold on, wait. Let me just move for a couple seconds so he can. And she was like, wow, that is so kind. I'm like, well, I would never want to ruin that morning ritual for him. Like, that little bit of joy is too easy to accommodate something so innocent. Why not? And also a reinforcement that there are just decent fucking people on the planet. It just radiates and ripples in so many ways. Like, wow. And he looked at me, he was like, okay, you know, because he's at that, well, for my opinion, he was at that age where things, you know, people are still just people, but those, what do you call that? Key characteristics of being able to identify, oh, that's not just mommy and daddy, but people at large. We have to set the right example. We have to plant the right seed. I want him to grow up to be strong wheat. I don't want him to have to be something we have to uproot and throw into the fire. I'm a villager. It takes a village to raise the children, right? Do your parts. It takes nothing to put a smile on a child's face. Nothing. Oh, that's cute. You know, just be your authentic selves. Okay, I'm done with my sidebar. Oh, yeah. This is cool. This is really, really cool. Because I feel like with incarcerated here, both of these energies that we're picking up on, masculine and feminine, are at a point where they are ready to put down roots. Almost like if the shit hit the fan, who could I really rely on? Not the one who just like to party, not the one who like to be at the club, not the one who always in the salon. Like, it's, and no disrespect, but that's just what I'm getting. I'm looking at old girl and I'm like, piercings in her face, 3 that I can see. She's got the get over here eyes going. Got the line, like, it's just too much. It's just too much. Mm. I'm digging this though. It looks like it's going to be balanced, truly balanced. This, and that's like all the feminine is after. Reciprocity in a true spiritual way. The feminine really has ascended. Like, really. And in this deck, we have Justice and the Hermit, right? Which is 8 and 9. And so a lot of spiritual growth over here. And no disrespect to the masculine, but you're newer to this. I really feel that. Just by looking at the majors, I feel like you have had to be recycled here with the will, right? And so you are coming between the Hierophant energy is what's between these two cards, the Emperor and the Lovers, right? And so they're coming through that energy where they've been learning and been in spiritual school, not even joking. Now they get to a place of understanding what true free will is with the Lover's card, the choices that are required, understanding the connection between themselves, source, and the cosmos. It's deep. They're understanding the bigger fucking picture. And so this masculine is just slightly behind on the spiritual journey than this feminine. Just slightly. But I do feel very strongly that once this bridge is made, this connection is made, there's accelerated motion on both parties, like a brand new leg. Um, I do feel like it's the strength card in this deck that comes next. Like strength is normally 8, but I do believe in 11 is normally justice. But I believe in this deck, the 11 is the strength card. And so a beautiful bond that is going to be formed, spiritually strong. Almost, it's giving me very much that Sphinx energy, which would be the chariot, which comes after the lovers. And so, oh, it's deep, it's deep, it's deep. Coming into a spiritually fortified union. Now, what's funny is like when I was using these cards before, no, it was the mature man that came out. So main female came out. Great fortune. Wow. And the lovers. Like I said, accelerated motion when these two come together. A very spiritually strong, fortified union. Again, you see the radiant abundance, right? This connection after being in a zen-like state of like a sabbatical, right? A strong union will emerge. It's that. It's that. And look, strong union will emerge. Look what's on the bottom. Marriage. This is beautiful. This is not to be rushed. It's not. It's not. It is not to be rushed. This masculine will immediately recognize this feminine energy. And I mean that like on a soul level. Like, I hate to be cliche. Where have you been all my life type energy? I do. I feel like this masculine mate, like I'm getting tears of joy. Like I've been to a lot of weddings in my life, and very rarely have I seen a groom cry on his wedding day. I'm getting this groom, once they get to that stage, may legit cry. Like beautiful tears. Not just at the beauty of the bride walking down the aisle, but the culmination from start to beginning, I mean start to end to get here. How it will all have seemed worth it. But there's a choice that's going to be made very soon. This feminine energy may not be ready to give up her newfound, it's not freedom. If maybe just the fact that wanting to date, wanting to entertain, wanting to court, wanting to just, get to know people again, may not be ready to quite step out of that energy because it might just be that new. But God don't be playing. And so, Miss Lady, you might just have to accept that this motherfucker is the right one for you, and you ain't gotta be out there fishing in the great pond. That this motherfucker is going to cater to you. That's twice I done seen energy of this CEO on some let me cater to you, man. You better tell them you're gonna need a trainer. That's all I'm gonna say. We can eat, boo, but I'm gonna need a trainer too. Gotta keep it right. Gotta keep it tight. No, I see a very, very, very happy, blissful union coming in for the collective. It's beautiful. It really, really is. And I hope you allow yourselves to enjoy it. It's not even a manifestation. It's beyond the manifestation. For the feminine, yet again, it's because you let go. You let go and let God in the most beautiful way possible. You know what I mean? Like, so many people have been caught up on this journey when really the journey is like any good labyrinth. It's the way in is how you find your way out. And so until you discovered the other half, the other side of yourself, there was no way, shape, or form that you were actually going to run into the high vibrational version of this journey. It required deep, deep reflective work. And here we are. It has been beautiful riding this train with you all and watching your beautiful evolutions. It's just great. It really, really is. I pray that you give yourselves the pat on the back and recognition you truly deserve for the efforts. And hopefully your lives are a direct reflection of that dedication and effort. Blessings on blessings. You know? So it's cool, like, because for a while the energies around the collective were really funny, almost to the point to where, I mean, I knew people were casting on the collective at large, but it was such a heavy energy. It was almost done as by design, right? To get people off track, to get people low, to make them, to get them out of their manifestation vibration. And so I feel like we've overcome that hurdle for the time being, because haters don't stop. They like fucking babies, kids. They don't die, they multiply. And so that being said, it's nice, it's really, really nice to experience the shift that is happening and that has happened. Thank you. It's just one of those things, like, I didn't want to feed into that vibration as we were going through that shift where, it was like it would make you angry. And I can hear the shift in so many readers. Like, I had to back off because there was so much low vibing energy. Like, it was just the worst of the worst. It's like, what is going on? But that into itself was a type of operation, like a spiritual op done to manipulate readers and light workers and the like. You can't fall for it. That's a telltale sign when it's time to unplug, disconnect from it all, because there you can see and feel that there is a motive behind trying to nosedive and tank the collective like that. So just understand how things work. If the energy's not right, I'm not going to work with it, because you're fighting against forces that are beyond your own control. Some of it's transit, some of it's just haters. And you know what I've learned about haters? Starve them for oxygen. You give them no air. It's like a fire. If you smother it, it will go out. So be well, be safe, be spiritually guarded and protected at all times. I'll do this again with you all later. Thank you very much for your time and your attention. Thank you for supporting the channel in any way you see fit. And again, we only accept light and love around here, and anything else will be sent back with force and velocity. Have a great day. Bye.